So today I'm going to be showing you how to replace the injectors on your LT1, Trans Am, or Camaro. The procedure's probably about the same for LT1 Corvettes. I'm not positive though. So materials you're going to need is an 8mm socket. It's always good to have some needle nose pliers around for some O-rings, some WD-40 or lubricant. Vaseline works as well. And then you're going to need a fuel line quick disconnect tool and the 3/8. So that's going to be this guy right here. So first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take these 4 bolts off of the fuel rail. So I'm going to go ahead and do that real quick. So first thing you're gonna wanna do is back here on the back of your fuel rail, right here, is a little, it's called a Schrader valve, and you push in on it and it's gonna bleed your fuel pressure off. So go ahead and push in on that. It's a good way to check if you have fuel pressure. Now my car's been sitting for about 24 hours and I have fuel pressure issues, so nothing's coming out. But when you push in on it, gas will spray out, so always have some towels, some rags, something nearby. When you do that, because especially if you're going to do this when it's hot, because hot fuel on a hot engine causes a fire. Anyway, so once you do that, note none came out for mine, but you know, if you have a typical engine, it will. Anyway, once you do that, go ahead and take those 4 bolts off. All right, so once you get those 4 bolts off, you're gonna wanna unplug your injectors, and you press in on your clips and then out. Sometimes they can get a little stuck, so just be very careful. You don't wanna break these wires or break the plugs for them. And make sure you get all 8. Okay, once you have your injectors unplugged, you're going to want to take your disconnect tool and right here go into your regulator 2 fuel lines. You're going to want to slide this, push it in. I need 2 hands to do this. Let's see if I can prop this. So you clip it in and then pull out. Now a lot of times gas will spill out, but again, since my car's been sitting for about a day, it doesn't have a whole lot of pressure. There you can see a little bit. All right, now your fuel rail's ready to come out. This part can be a little bit tricky, trying to twist it around this, especially with the regulator on the back. But just be careful, go slow, take your time. When you pop this up, you're probably gonna spill some gas. Yep. Just because, oh man, that's a lot. Just because of the injectors popping out. Now, since mine, the reason I'm doing this is because I changed my injectors months ago, and when I did, I didn't replace the clips that go with them, that hold them to the rail, these guys. Just because when I took them off, there were only 3 attached. I mean, I only had 3, so I figured, you know, who cares? Must not be that big of a deal. And then I've been having fuel pressure issues ever since. So I think the problem is that they're not getting seated to the fuel rail properly. So anyway, go ahead and I'm gonna set this down, twist this guy out. All right, so we got the rail out. Here's your pressure regulator. And then there was a line attached to this, which I just pulled out. I forgot about it. But here's that Schrader valve. So you can see that little button inside. You can push it and gas will spray out to bleed down the pressure. But again, nothing came out of mine. So since I didn't have those clips on, the injectors stayed in the throttle body. So you're gonna wanna go ahead and take out your injectors and be careful when you do this so you don't tear the O-rings out. And then, let's see, there we go. That one came. Yeah, see, that one broke. right, so now you want to take your new injectors, and this is when you need WD-40, and you're just going to want to get those O-rings nice and lubed up. Let's just keep them from tearing when you stick them in the rail, and then you're going to want to put them in the rail. And if I can prop this up, I'll show you guys how to do that. So first you're going to want to clip it. See that right there? And then you're going to want to slide that injector in. And presto. Just like that. And then do that for the other 8. Alright, so we got our injectors in the rail, and you can tell how snug and tight those fit up in there. So that was, hopefully my problem was just that the injectors were sliding down, causing the pressure to bleed down due to a leak or something. So then you're just gonna wanna slide this back in. Now, this can be tricky because this time you've got injectors attached and they all kind of slide in at an angle. So it can be a little bit tricky getting everything to line up properly. All right, we got the rail back in there. Then you're gonna want to reconnect that line that goes to the back of the rail. I mean the regulator. You're gonna want to reconnect your lines. You should hear a click when they're in there, right? There you go. Then we're gonna re-bolt our fuel rail. And then after we re-bolt it, we're gonna just re-plug in our injectors, just like that, and they'll snap when they're in there, just like that. And then you're done. All right, so we got everything buttoned up. Now let's fire it up. So a lot of times when you change your injectors, the first start can be a little hard, and it'll sputter a little bit and it might misfire, but that'll usually clear right up. Wow. And there we go. There you have it. And this is my 1995 Trans Am with 43,000 miles on it without a cracked dashboard.